getting late, and the only mooring you can find is right next to the train track, because you don't want to keep going because it's getting dark. Today's journey sees us heading from Colwich Lock up the Trent Mersey and turning onto the Staffordshire and Worcestershire towards one of our bucket list moorings. There's 5 boats waiting to go through the lock. It's a bit like Piccadilly Circus here this morning. Moving on a little bit to Haywood Junction, and we're going to stop there so we can go and explore Great Haywood and Little Haywood before we turn on to the Staffordshire and Worcestershire to go to Tixall Wide. So 15 minutes cruise max today probably. Hello. If you saw our last vlog, you'll have seen that we'd moored up right next to the railway line because it was getting dark. And as you can see here, there are lots of good mooring spaces just a few more minutes round the corner. We could have come through last night. Sorry? We could have come through last night. Yeah. Oh well. We didn't know. You can see Shugborough Hall there on the left of the canal in the Nicholson's guide. There's Shugborough Hall over in the distance. It's a National Trust property. So we've found a spot just before the bridge that takes you into Great Haywood. So we're stopping before we get round the corner and find out there isn't anything round the corner. We took the dogs off for a little walk and then we went off to explore on our own. We weren't too sure how far we were going, so we thought it was best to leave them behind, as the 2 old boys, Jasper and Hamish, don't do too well with walking very far.
Brewery, gift shop and tea rooms. That's right.
This is the Trent then? Is this the Trent?
Sure, I think it is.
The Shugborough estate was owned by the Bishops of Lichfield until the dissolution of the monasteries around 1540, and then it passed into several hands until it was purchased in 1624 by William Anson. It's now run by the National Trust. We'd seen these people on the way into the hall, and we found out that they were doing a river rescue training course. And then we headed to our next stop, the Canal Side Farm Shop and Cafe, across the road from the facilities at Great Haywood. And of course we had to try one of their delicious looking cakes. We chose the carrot cake and shared it between us, which set us up well for our walk around Great Haywood, a really lovely little village. Then back to the boat to relax for the evening, with Poppy playing her usual game of trying to get her dad to play with her non-stop. The next day we headed out on the last little stretch of our journey to Tixall Wide. We were moored next to this lovely iron bridge, and I hurried ahead to get a shot of our boat coming under it.
Tixall Wide.
Follow me! Perfect timing, as there's a boat just coming out of the lock, so we can leave the gates open for us to go in. Haywood Junction. We're going to be going that way under the bridge to Tixall, but we're going to fill up with water first. There was a boat already on the water point, so we got some jobs done while we waited. And once our water tank was full and we'd got rid of our rubbish, we then reversed so that we could turn under the bridge. Circus here at the moment. Everybody's waiting for the water point, but we finally managed to reverse and get through the Haywood Bridge towards Tixall. You can see Haywood Junction on the map here, and we turn left to go down the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. Enjoying the narrowness?
I am enjoying the narrowness, yes. It's my favourite thing about the canals, that, how narrow they are.
Trying not to crash. How far to Tixall?
About half a mile, I think.
Oh.
In fact, there's the gatehouse through the trees in front of us.
Oh yeah. Tixall Wide is a body of water that forms part of the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. The lake was probably created during the construction of the canal in 1771. At that time the hall was owned by Thomas Clifford, and the grounds had been designed on the advice of the landscape architect Lancelot Capability Brown. It is said that Clifford gave permission for the canal to pass through his land on the condition that it was made wide enough to look like a lake from the house, in order not to spoil the view. Visiting Tixall Wide has been on our narrowboat bucket list since we had the boat. were so lucky that there was an empty mooring space for us at the widest part with an absolutely beautiful view. We had perfect weather, and as you can see, it was just as beautiful as we'd been promised. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video.
We got time on our side, we're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got air